Yeah, breaking news. The only news, K-do-GT news. Bring you news you can news. Your favorite show on Rappers vs. Police. Stay tuned.
This next rapper and his brother were arrested after getting into a crazy Fast and Furious style chase and shootout with the cops, then hit with almost 100 different charges. Here's the wild story. K-Money. K-Money is an up-and-coming rapper from Toronto, Canada. He started getting attention in 2017 after his song Come Outside racked up over 2 million views within 3 months of being released. The track currently sits at just under 14 million plays. Since then, K-Money has been building a career for himself, along with his brother Casper, who's also a rapper. The two brothers grew up in the Alexandra Park area of Toronto and were known to beef with another neighborhood called Regent Park. The war between Regent Park and Alexandra Park has been raging since the 90s, well before K-Money and Casper hit the scene, and has been responsible for a wave of violence in Toronto. They are some of the most well-known rappers coming out of their neighborhood, so they were holding it down for Alexandra Park in the music scene. When another rapper from Regent Park started to blow up, the beef between the two crews exploded. Smoke Dogg was a rapper from Regent Park associated with a hip-hop collective called the Loud Gang. His song Still gained 1 million views within a month of being released, and in 2015, his track Trap House went viral for starting a popular dance move called flipping. The dance was spread even further by major artists like French Montana and Drake, who brought the rapper on a world tour after the track blew up. A Regent Park artist getting a cosign from not only the most famous artist from the city, but one of the most popular artists of all time was bad news for the boys in Alexandra Park, and after Smoke Dogg blew up, the war between the two neighborhoods began to get crazy. In April 2017, Casper dropped a diss track called All Your Friends Are Dead, aimed at Smoke Dogg. Not long after, Smoke Dogg was jumped and had his chain snatched. Casper dropped another diss track a few weeks later called Burberry Closet, wearing Smoke Dogg's chain in the video. After that, Casper and K-Money's crib was shot up multiple times, and it was an all-out war. Smoke Dogg recorded his own diss track called Fountain Freestyle and shot the video in Alexandra Park, the housing complex that K-Money and Casper were from. This was the ultimate sign of disrespect, and after that, the Alexandra Park boys were done with music and took the beef to the streets. On the night of their arrest, Casper and K-Money decided to pop some Xanax and shoot up Regent Park in broad daylight. They put on some ski masks and hopped in a black rental van, armed and ready for action. They let off some shots into a crowd of people, which triggered a response from the police. For some reason, the cops already had a team of undercover policemen not far from the scene who came to investigate right away. It didn't take long to figure out who did it once they came across a black SUV with a group of Zandau rappers inside wearing ski masks in the middle of the afternoon. The police cut them off trying to drive away from a parking spot, but the drug must have given them superpowers, because rather than obeying the cops, they hit the gas station and swerved around them into oncoming traffic. This is where they went full Grand Theft Auto and managed to avoid the cops while swerving in and out of traffic. They slammed into a couple taxis as well as a police car, but still managed to continue the chase. At one point, they were blocked in, and traffic coming from the other direction was too tight for them to get around. But rather than surrender, they drove into the sidewalk and continued the chase with pedestrians everywhere. They ended up crashing the vehicle down the block and got out on foot. They booked it through a parking garage and hopped the fence on the other side. The two brothers ended up in a working construction site and continued to run from the police while dodging cranes and forklifts. Eventually, they ran as far as they could and were tackled by police. Allegedly, after he was arrested, K-Money told the cops to tell the media that the infamous Casper and K-Money had been caught and that they did it all for the clout. The wild chase definitely did help bring attention to the rappers, but not for the reasons they probably hoped. Just a week after the chase, Smoke Dogg was shot and killed in broad daylight by another rapper in an unrelated beef. So, they did all that to try to scare their op, only for him to be murdered by a different crew. How wild the streets of Toronto can get. Casper and K-Money had a hard time beating the case because the entire thing was captured on security cameras in the neighborhood as well as police dash cam footage. The two brothers, along with other associates, were hit with 97 charges, and it's estimated that the case caused $1 million worth of damage. They pled guilty to the charges and apologized to the court, admitting that they were high and not thinking straight. K-Money was sentenced to 7 years, and Casper received 18 months. Although the chase was pretty crazy, it definitely brought more attention to the rappers. It didn't seem to help their music career. Now they won't even be able to enjoy it. Casper may still have a chance to revive his career after being released, but it seems like K-Money might be done for good. Surprisingly, Casper and K-Money aren't the only rappers to get into a crazy chase with police.
Thanks for watching. Yeah.